Afternoon, people. Today I'm going to attempt to make a chili, not a chili con carne, but chili. So just to give you a rundown of ingredients to begin with, and then I will put them in the description later on. So we've got salt, pepper, paprika, smoked paprika, 1 red bell pepper, some beans, you can use any type of beans you want, and this is beef powder, vegan of course, tomato paste, a couple of onions, and of course some beef. Now this is minced beef. We've got approximately 1 kilo that we'll be cooking. Hopefully it's enough for the family, and then I'll show you what I'm doing after. Okay, so peel the onions, and I'm just going to chop them. An idea would be to try and get them all a similar size, is to go down the middle, get it small, and then start chopping. And obviously you want to try and get them uniform size, so the idea would be they all cook evenly and together at the same time. Here I'm going to be cutting 5 cloves of garlic. Just should be enough when you are preparing dinner. You need to get this. Obviously you can use the cheat system, which is a jar one, ready made, ready to go, but I prefer fresh. Fresh is best. Okay, so we put some vegetable oil in here. You can use vegetable or olive oil just to get it heated, and then what we're going to do is, once that's hot enough, put the onions in to give them a bit of a sweat, and then add in the mince. I'll show you that shortly. Okay, so putting in the 2 small onions that we chopped earlier. Just want to get them up to a nice sweaty point, so give them a stir for about a couple of minutes. Let them get to the point where they're sweating, not overly brown. You don't want to burn them. As they begin to get colour, at that point you should then look at adding mince in. Now I'll be adding in the chopped cloves of garlic, giving that a stir for a couple of minutes as well. Okay, so now I'm going to add in the kilo of mince, now that the garlic has been sautéed for about 60 seconds, and then start to break it down. Again, you just want to get a nice colour on here, give it a good stir, and at the moment I've got it on a low to medium heat. I'm going to turn it up slightly and then let it cook and simmer away. And then we'll show you how we're going to make the dried goods in there, all the dry spices, and how to add them, what sizes. When I say sizes, I mean how much quantity you want. Okay, we'll let that go on for a bit. Okay, so the heat has now cooked it up to what is, well, it's past the grey stage anyway. So it's getting a bit of colour on there, getting brown. I've got it on a low heat, simmering away. So while that simmers away, I'm going to then start making the dry rubs and the dry ingredients, get them all prepared, get them chopped up and get them inside. So the bell pepper has now been chopped, and in the plate here we've got tablespoons of everything. So the first one we're pointing at is paprika, smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, red chili powder, and black pepper. We will be obviously adding in salt as well. And the tomato puree, as well as a tin of chopped tomatoes, and as per last time, all other brands are available. Now putting them all in, and we'll give that a very good stir. At the moment it's just on a simmer, so I don't want it to go burning while I'm doing everything else in the background. This is going to give it some good colour. So I've just added in a bit of tomato puree, but I'm now going to add in a tin of chopped tomatoes. That will go in, and then we start stirring that one in. Alright, so I'm adding in the bell peppers. I'm also going to add in some spice beans. Don't ask me what's in here. And I'm going to add in the tin of haricot beans. colour, a little bit of different flavouring. Okay, now turn the heat up on that. Stir that in, and then hopefully there should only be one more ingredient to come in, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll show you what that is now. Okay, so I'm going to add in 300 ml of beef stock. That should be just about enough. And then we can let that simmer away for about 25 to 30 minutes. Beans should cook through. Mince has been, obviously, as you know, from some time cooking. The only thing is, during Ramadan I can't actually taste it until it's done, so I couldn't tell you if there's enough salt in here, but you know what, I'll add some in. Okay, so literally just going to add in half a teaspoon of salt, and that's mainly due to the fact that we have already used the beef stock, which contains quite a bit of stock. Okay, so I'm now going to let this cook away for the next 20-25 minutes, give everything a chance to cook nicely, and hopefully I get to taste it right at the end, just to let you know if there's enough salt. Otherwise we can always add that in separately. I'm going to cover it as well, and that way it can sit there in its own stew. The result is here. It's all cooked, looking quite nice. We are still a few minutes away from the end of the fasting for today, but I'm going to put it in a plate and show you how to dish up. Enough for now. So the idea is to have the sour cream on top, nice spoonful, and then it's optional if you do want to put some cheese on, some nice cheddar, and squeeze a little bit of lemon or lime, whatever takes your fancy. Okay. The only thing missing now is the tasting, as we're still a few minutes away from the end of Iftar, or the end of Ramadan today. So I will be with you shortly for the taste test. Okay, there we go. Let's try it. Salt is perfect. Spice is great. Overall, that is great for a first time try.